Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are getting into some Amish stuff with the 2023 movie Eli Weaver, the Amish Stud.
Story.
The Elvis Stud?
No, the
You
Amish
really
Stud.
messed that up.
Hello. Eli, it's your neighbor woman.
It's your neighbor woman.
It's your neighbor woman.
Eli, it's your
Maybe that's some great writing.
That's a booty call.
It's your neighbor woman.
All right, we're back, guys. We're back here. We have the Amish Stud himself, Spiv, on the show. How are you doing, Spiv?
The original.
Doing good.
I think if people were to vote who's the most Amish on the show, it would definitely be you, right?
He's got the beard.
I do have
Yeah.
a vegetable garden.
And you do kind of like
garden.
stay away from technology a little bit,
You
right?
kind of live the Amish lifestyle.
Right, except for the whole church part. Yeah.
The
true.
church
But do you have
And
a
he
cell
doesn't
phone?
use deodorant either, so.
Spiv, do you walk around your
I
house
love it
going,
if I don't
submit,
smell.
submit.
I was when we watched this movie.
How'd that work out? How many times did you get slapped?
Guys, we're back tonight. Feeling good about the movie this week. Thank you, Rebecca, for finding the Amish Stud and the
You are
Lifetime.
welcome.
I am now a proud member of the Lifetime Amazon channel. That's right.
That's
And
awesome.
I immediately, after watching Amish Stud, dove into this movie with Bill Pullman playing some crazy old guy, the Murdoch mystery or something. It was fantastic. There were so many movies.
Pullman
They gotcha.
So many movies they recommended to me that I wanted
Yeah, I
to watch.
bet.
Right in.
Pulled me right in. So I will proudly pay $6 a month for that Lifetime
You
original
should.
content. We're back. No Lindsay. Haven't heard anything. She's either gone on the podcast or we just don't know. Hopefully she's okay. We'll find out in future episodes of the show, hopefully. And then,
Okay.
I believe her husband was having some issues, yeah?
Well, yeah, we don't want to.
well, I didn't hear
I
anything.
know we don't want to share too much, but
No.
I believe that's why she's not on the show.
Let's just say they're having some health issues.
For
both of
sure.
them. They're great people, and they're having some.
Well, no
lovely-
one fucking told me anything. Story of my life over here.
If you
guys let me
participated in
ramble.
the
Maybe
little
you've just read the Slack
Patreon.
occasionally.
feature called Slack.
I read Slack all the
Yeah, when you add all those
Obviously,
new
once in a while.
patrons, right?
I read Slack once in a while.
You must not be reading those the member channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was
See,
a couple
what-
weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Now we're just
'Cause she
throwing
was
out
in
random
Chi-
things from weeks ago.
She was in Chicago last week.
All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Anyway.
matter.
Let's
She's
just
not
send
here. I
them
digress.
some good mojo if you can, or whatever you do. You pray for them. If you don't and any of that shit, you just want to send them money. Go ahead and do that too.
It is another exciting week here. Not only because we're talking about the Amish Stud and we have him on the show, Spiv, but also we have the exciting return of one Duke Nukem. Aaron, thank you for joining the show,
Duke.
Duke Nukem, once again.
Happy to be here. I've
Shake
come to
it,
kick
baby.
ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
You do sound better.
That's pretty good.
Like that. Can you permanently make your voice
I
like that?
wish.
Yeah.
It's so
Just start
cool.
smoking cigars.
I mean, it hurts. It hurts, but it's like totally worth it because you sound
It's
so
worth
cool.
it. Yeah,
It's so good.
it's worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I can permanently damage my vocal cords.
There you go.
That should
For
be a
the
goal.
podcast.
Should be a goal.
My luck, they'll fail, and it'll be like I have a super high pitched voice for the rest of my life.
It'd be like helium.
Just go the
Alien.
opposite route.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ's definitely getting an extreme amount of radon podcasting
Yeah.
from that basement. Oh,
You think so?
So much radon.
That could
in
explain the hearing.
I'm not that low. I'm not that far below ground.
It's a tumor.
It doesn't have
It's
to
not
be
a
that below.
tumor.
It's a
You're,
brain
you're a
tumor.
whole story. How deep do you think normal basements go? You're the same as a normal basement.
Yeah, I guess it's an old house.
Yeah,
don't have
old
radon
house filled with
mitigation.
It's
radon.
got to be at least
AJ,
This whole,
1900s.
this whole area is full of radon.
AJ, will you order an online radon test and then present the results live on the show next
Sure,
week?
I could do that.
What if it turns out you have so much radon? What would you do?
Probably nothing.
Okay, that's
What am I
a
gonna
good
do?
strategy.
I live in Harrisburg. Like,
What? You get a
That's
system
true.
to pump
He's
the
already
air
consigned
out.
his fate.
I don't
guess.
own the property.
nothing
I'm
that
not gonna
could
do
change-
anything to the
Change
house.
the fate of living in Harrisburg. That's true. Well, all right, guys. I think it's time that we move on because there are many things we're going to be talking about tonight. Amish people, love making, beards,
Submitting.
driving, acting, all kinds of things. It's going to be exciting.
Google searches.
Oh my god, that was
Oh,
the best
God,
fucking
they're
scene in the
so
fucking movie.
Idiots.
Oh my god.
All right, AJ, will you tell me what the hell is this movie called? Elise Weaver.
No.
It's
Amish
called-
Stud?
No, Eli
It's called
Weaver.
the
Elise
Amish
Weaver,
Stud.
we graduated from high school.
I'm sorry, you brought out the yearbook. This is on
Would
It's
you like me to
Amish
pull
Stud,
her up?
The Eli Weaver Story.
Eli Weaver, the Amish Stud story.
That's close enough. Close
AJ,
enough.
can
Sure.
you tell me what it is about?
Eli has a problem.
I like women.
He can't keep his cock in his pants. Good
Good
thing he has an
Release the
Amish faith
Kraken.
to keep
God
him on
told
the
me to.
righteous path.
You must be a bad wife.
But will he let his Amish wife control his life?
You must submit.
Or will he text his lady driver to gun her down?
Barb.
1-800-BOOTY.
Find out in the 2023 erotic classic that is Amish Stud, the Eli Weaver Story.
Story.
Stay out of my barn.
Rated R for double prayer caps.
What was that? Double what?
Double prayer gaps? Is that what
Double
you
prayer
said?
caps. They kept wearing the white and the black. and
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no, you don't.
No.
that's
Gaps
not
or
how-
gowns?
Contacts. You know what are you going to
Cap.
Caps.
Cap.
On your
CAP.
hat. The bonnet.
Literally, I've
Bonnet.
never heard anyone refer to a hat as a cap.
Chris.
Maybe a baseball cap. Yeah, but it's usually a baseball hat.
No, it's
Anyways.
not.
Have anyone ever worn one of those bonnets? Or any of
No.
those Amish clothes? They look so hot. I don't know why people would dress like that.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. All right, AJ, that was pretty good. I feel like you gave away the entire movie and not just the premise.
Well,
But it is what it is.
that is what it is.
Based on actual events.
Based on
Pretty
actual events, which I'm
simple
sure
story, right?
the game is about tonight or something. Or it's about Amish people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is that the game?
I hope it's a Mennonite quiz.
It's an Amish quiz.
All right.
That's close enough.
I worked for some Mennonite people.
Actually, I pulled up the there's a website called AmishClothesline.com, and they were accurate with the double bonnet.
What?
Damn, Spiv.
The black travel bonnet is worn over the white covering to go to town, church,
right.
funerals.
Yep.
Well, I stand
Rebecca,
corrected.
pick up your mic and just drop that shit right now on Spiv's fucking face.
I think it's the only thing they were accurate on as far as the Amish are
My-
concerned, but someone did their research on that point.
My favorite part was looking at that Amish house for all the electrical outlets and how they hid the stove, the electric stove, and the electric heater board. Like,
Oh my gosh, the
baseboard.
hole that they had for the fake return or output was terrible.
it was great. But anyways, we'll get into
I
that
think they used the same house for everyone's house in this movie.
probably.
Yeah.
No, because they could only damage one to cover
the one
everything up.
lady's front door was like French patio doors. Yeah.
Is that the one with the bedroom directly inside the door?
Yeah. I mean, Eli.
Yeah, what was that? All right, we'll get it. All right, Aaron. Can we move on and get into your history hole, get a little context for the Amish and what they do with their holes?
We could try.
All right, here we
I
go.
don't know a lot about their whole. Okay, Amish Stud, the Eli Weaver Story.
Oh God.
Actually, it looks pretty good. You look like ZZ Top.
There we go. It's crazy about a sharp dressed man.
You are pretty sharp dressed.
Yeah, it even matches your color there. It's good.
Cheap sunglasses. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba-da-bum-bum.
Oh yeah.
I love old ZZ Top.
I saw them in concert this summer.
Well, they're all dead though, except for one guy, right?
No,
no,
just,
it's just
Only
Frank
one
Beard
is
died.
dead.
That's
or
right.
just the
Yeah.
bass player, right?
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah, the one that doesn't matter.
That's right.
Yeah.
It does matter. They got that cool
That and the drummer,
swampy
right?
blues sound. It's just their old stuff is awesome. Anyways, moving along
We
to
digress.
Amish Stud. Yes, this movie was a TV movie for Lifetime Channel, released on September 30th, 2023. So this is still pretty new.
Look at us watching new
Yeah.
stuff.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, I just turned Aaron completely off. Sorry.
He turned me on with his voice.
I know. This is so deep. This film doesn't really have a whole lot written about it. There's nothing about a budget. I generally don't know what the average budget is for a film like this, but it looked like they spent a little bit of money at least. They had a lot of characters. They had spent a lot of money hiding things in the house like you guys talked about. You know, it was directed by Stacey N. Harding, who yeah, she's got 14 director credits for things like Crime Time, Free Fall, Round and Round. Not about
Like the rat song?
Well,
Not the
love,
rat
find
song.
a way, just give it time.
It's a great song.
This says often Lifetime movie budgets are under $2 million.
They get that much.
gotta
Only
make
2
these.
million. Oh, how can you make a movie?
Yeah.
How do they even? Wow, they don't.
How do they make
Who's
money?
snorting that money? Because they don't.
Yeah, how
have
do
to
they
spend
make
that
money? How do they make money?
You can.
I don't know. They've got Penelope from Criminal Minds. In
They
this
have the
movie,
streaming
so-
service, Chris.
She's done other things like Hearts in the Game, Chesapeake Shores, Love, Classified, Cut, Color, and Murder. I think it's about a hairdresser.
Sign
Dude,
us up.
these all
pageant
sound so
creator.
fucking
They
good.
do.
Aaron.
Can we watch one next week?
God.
Can we just go
really
on a
do.
streak of these?
I'm on board. I mean, it's great. Those three
Lifetember.
writers- Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
just change the podcast.
Lifetime movie night.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Just do a year of it.
All of the writers are pretty much known for these types of things too. You know, they write random episodes of like Charmed or things of that nature. Two of the writers have
My dad's
only written
favorite
this.
show.
It's
I just
'cause
like
the
it for the storylines. They're really good.
They're
That has
very
nothing
perky.
to do with the hot young
Stories.
women on it at all. Very interesting and evocative storylines.
I read it for the articles.
This is actually based on, well, a true story, but a book as well. A Killing in Amish Country, Sex, Betrayal, and Cold-Blooded Murder.
Oh, that's a better title.
This is a better title, you're right.
Then Amish
But
Stud.
I don't know, Amish Stud's pretty great too.
Yeah, it's hard to top that, guys. Let's be honest.
That was
Yeah,
his
so-
screen name. Of course
Yeah.
they're going to go
That
with
is
that.
true.
I know, right?
I mean, it's a great screen name.
It's like, I'm going to use it.
Yeah. This is a gaming tag.
I wanted to. Yeah, you should do it.
I should. You
I
guys
bet
are
it's
laughing, but
taken.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty
It's probably
fucking good.
taken.
Yeah,
Probably
that's
is.
gone.
It's the one he uses in prison when he plays Xbox. Right?
Yeah, because he's charming the ladies in there.
He's up for parole next month,
There's
guys.
the real guy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's going to get out. Oh, man. That's the shot.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. All right, so some other things from 2023 for Lifetime. They make tons of movies. They have 126 titles from 2023. They have things like The Hammer, which stars Reba McEntire as a judge in a deadly trial. But we also have titles like How to Murder Your Husband, Bad Behind Bars, Burned by Love, The Plot to Kill My Mother, My Daughter's Deadly Roommates.
Hey, that's
You
my mom,
can't
too.
Google these movies because you're going to get
Yeah.
put on the same list that these
Exactly.
people were.
That's right.
My Landlord Wants Me Dead, My Sister's Serial Killer Boyfriend. You sound amazing. Black Girl Missing, The Paramedic Who Stalked Me, A Rose for Her Grave, the Randy Roth story.
That's cool.
Spinning Out of Control, Secret Society of Lies. Girl in the Closet. It's probably about Scott, and we'll find out about that in like 5 years. Twisted Sister, Every Breath That She Takes. Ew. Yeah, it's just tons of them. Drunk Driving and 17.
They could have worked a little better title on that one.
Yeah. They,
How about-
they were done at that point.
It was a Friday afternoon.
Oh, they were just getting started. How about Don't Sell My Baby?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Rent him instead.
Pocket
Followed
Dial
by
Murder?
Please Sell My Baby.
Part 2.
I'm giving. Oh yeah, I got some good stuff here.
Spring Break Nightmare. The Sabotaging Squad. I could just keep going. There's so many of these things. House of Deadly Lies.
I mean, they all sound amazing.
Home Not Alone.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to send you guys a list here, but you got to look at this. I'm sure we can pick a couple winners in here somewhere. They've got to be. Yeah. So anyways, moving along. I did do a little bit of AI stuff this week, just for fun, of course. I asked it to do a couple Amish-related things. So we started out with this guy. Boom. I said, give me a shirtless Amish guy
Not accurate.
with a porn stash. And then it gave me this one, which is just
Oh my god, what happened to his stash?
chest.
What
His, oh. Wow.
Yeah.
It shifted down.
He's got a chest bush.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
This
That is amazing.
With surrounded by beautiful women wearing bikinis. I
that
don't know why.
guy
I just
back
kind of picture.
Who's that other guy back there?
It's like a bathtub.
He's missing
Is
his
that a
hair, too.
bathtub?
The guy,
sick.
the guy in the back is morphed with the woman's.
Yeah, he's like
Yes.
I see you on her leg.
Wedding so much, too.
He color coordinated his hair.
There's a bathtub in the front with a coffee cup sitting in it.
I think it's
Yeah.
a
That makes
sink.
no sense.
Oh,
It's
it's
a
a
sink. Bathtub
And
sink.
that's definitely a man in that.
oh
he's
yeah.
washing
Yeah,
dishes.
it's a man in the back there.
No, in the
a
on the
couple
left over his shoulder.
On the left.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
there's like a-
man, baby.
There's a hint of a person.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I said
Whoa.
give me an Amish guy wearing a studded jacket and pants.
I don't think AI knows what Amish guys look
It
like.
No,
really
I don't
doesn't,
think so.
no.
It
No.
thinks
That's
like
because
it's
there's
a
no photos of them,
sheriff.
guys.
And then I asked for
Now that's just Abe Lincoln.
Whoa, how did it turn into a horse?
this is an Amish human horse hybrid.
Centaur. Centaurmish.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love how the one's just Abraham Lincoln. I don't know what the hell it's doing there. It's great. And then I said an Amish guy murders his family with cow farts.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
like that
I love this
plot
one cow
synopsis.
too. In the top left, he's just like, "What the fuck, man? What the fuck?" Oh boy. Okay, moving along, and finally, Amish guy standing behind woman in the grocery store while she bends over or something was my prompt,
What
and this is what we came up with.
is happening?
I have
Oh boy.
What is in the lower right?
I don't know.
zoom in, enhance.
Hopefully
Give me
something you
enhance.
never come
I
across
think
at a
she has a
grocery store.
mustache.
Here, she does. I'll enhance. Hold on.
I like the way the guy's standing there looking at her like,
So weird. Oh, they're like conjoined.
Yeah,
His
look at her
own-
arms. They're
I-
like,
Oh,
Joined
yeah.
in
Her
No.
fingers are like
This.
way up in his elbow.
Wow.
and his girlfriend's. I don't know. And then this one is.
He's
What's
like
with her
lifting
nose?
into the
Look at her foot.
AI is so fucking weird.
Enhance.
Whoa. This
That's
last
weird.
one.
And then this one.
I like it.
He looks a bit Mexican.
I
on the
can't
right
look
now.
at it.
What's with all the pretzels behind him or something?
It's an Amish
pretzel
store.
aisle.
Okay.
It's an Amish store.
What is
Yeah.
the chest area?
It's like an arm. I don't know.
Well, they use
I don't know
pretzels.
why they're looking at it like that. I don't know what they're doing.
So weird.
It's so great though. I love it. So that's whatever the fuck this thing is anymore.
Nice. I like that.
All right, good job, Aaron.
That was fun.
Oh, I just removed him from the show again.
Why do you keep removing me?
That Freudian slip.
All right,
Thanks, man. Love you too.
let's move on and talk about the Amish Stud.
Patreon. Whoa! Join the Patreon. $2 a month and you get some stuff. Whoa! Patreon.
Hey everyone, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up for $2 a month. You get access to the weekly pre-show as well as other bonus podcasts and videos. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. I don't know why it was so sluggish again. Was it sluggish for you guys?
No, it was alright for me.
I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, guys, we're talking about Eli Weaver, the Amish Stud. AJ, what did you think of the Amish Stud?
Generally, I was pretty entertained for this movie. You know, one thing you can say positively about these Lifetime movies is they have momentum and they move and they flow. I wasn't really bored when I watched this, which I think is a really good thing to have in a movie like this. You know, granted, the acting was bad and there was some, obviously, issues with the culture connections here, but I liked it. I had a fun time watching it. It was ridiculous, a ridiculous story to make into a movie, and I'm here for it. I want some more stuff like this.
Aaron, what'd you think?
I kind of went through a full gamut of emotions, Chris, if I'm being honest. Let me show you this little clip here. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is my emotions throughout this film.
There's no sound.
There's no sound. I took the sound out for love of God.
And this is the rest of the podcast. And now this is the
I know
listeners.
it's a podcast. It doesn't matter.
And that's
they
AJ.
Can watch the video show.
AJ enjoying the misery.
Pretty accurate.
I didn't do
Why did
it.
it make me?
Do it.
So-
So this movie was very entertaining. I didn't lose my interest. It's ridiculous. It's silly. I don't know. It was a nice palate cleanser from what we've been watching.
Okay.
Right.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I thought it was fun too. It was a little, I think, coming from Amish country, we come at it with a different lens than other people. Like some of the explanatory stuff, I'm like, okay, yes, I get it. And like, obviously that makes sense for people that have no idea, but when you know it, it gets a little, not repetitive, but just like, okay, this is extra that I don't need. I knew the story. I've listened to different podcasts of that story. So it was interesting to see their take on this story, because they definitely took liberties with some of the things that happened. But yeah, it was interesting.
Were you familiar with this Amish Stud thing before the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've listened to quite a few true crime podcasts on it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have to touch back in with you about what the differences are.
Yeah.
But first, the Amish Stud himself. Spiv, what did you think of Eli?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Yeah, I mean, like Rebecca said, coming from a place where there's lots of Amish people, it was a little tough sometimes with the things that they kind of missed or had to explain, and like the double prayer caps thing, which I guess is the thing. So, yeah, no, but I had fun. It was well made. The acting was decent enough to get you through it, and the story was interesting. It definitely hit on the Amish theme, which you see in real life, where they do despicable things and then just kind of get forgiven, or the bishop brushes it under the rug and blames the woman. I mean, that stuff happens all the time. So,
right?
yeah, it's what would Jesus do? So, yeah, it was nice to see a real movie for a change.
But at least they don't use electricity, Spiv.
Well, when the bishop's looking.
When the
Yeah.
bishop's looking.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, the Amish people, They fucking suck. They fucking suck. Living from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, they fucking suck.
What was that, Chris?
Amish people.
You've lived in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You've been around Amish?
Yeah.
I thought you were from the Philly area. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to
Chris is done
establish that
Rumspringa, everybody.
you're not connected to this.
I don't live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania anymore.
They
You
kept
live an
saying
hour away.
Rumspringa, which is like, no. Yeah.
I thought Rumspringa was when you were like a teenager.
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
Well,
they
yes,
just happen to
and-
be in their late 30s.
They were
they're
supposed to be
38 years
teenagers.
old.
So they were supposed to.
This movie was fantastic. Fantastic. I was entertained the entire time. I don't know the last time I could say that this year on the podcast, maybe Death Machine or something like that. But this movie had everything I wanted from a Lifetime original movie. It had mystery. It had erotic moments. It had murder. It had people sitting around Googling how to murder someone, which was the best scene in the entire fucking movie.
Amazing.
It had
And
fishing.
It had fishing. It had a courtroom scene. All that. And the production values on this thing were pretty fucking good. It looked good. I mean, this rip is from YouTube, so they keep like cutting in 100 billion% to hide the copyright, like on that lady for some reason. This guy's back in his head. I don't know what's going on. Just give me.
This is like butthole cam. What are we looking at
Did you
here?
watch the YouTube version?
No, no, sir. I
He's a
signed up for. I am a subscriber of the Lifetime Original Network.
Good,
on
I
Amazon
hope
Prime.
so.
Thank you very much. I really liked the lead guy. He was
Eli?
awful. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
terrible.
Eli. Oh, yeah, he was
was
terrible.
not
Oh
Amish
my
in the
god!
slightest.
The first time he was on screen.
It bugs me
like,
that
"What's
he
up,
had
bro?"
he had a mustache. And it
Well,
was
I don't think he did though, because if you looked really close, it was shaved. I think he just like that was as much as he could shave it. I don't think he could.
Yeah,
Are they not
so-
supposed to?
too studly.
Was he not supposed to have a mustache?
Amish don't have mustaches.
Amish don't have
Oh,
mustaches.
you're
That
right.
beard. That's
Okay.
too well kept.
Plus his beard is like, yeah, it's too close shaved. And, yeah.
Okay.
When his
I mean-
hair is like,
They definitely
Waft.
exaggerated a bit because this is the real Amish Stud,
It's a little studly.
Chris, you should do that with your beard.
dude. This is. I've seen people do that shit. Like they.
Yeah.
How do you even get it like that?
I
quaff
think
it
mine
out?
naturally would do that if I let it.
You
Quaff it.
get
You
the
gotta
comb.
quaff it. Quaff it.
Yeah, that seems like on purpose. But I knew nothing going into this thing. And what was really the crux of the storyline, and I guess it doesn't matter because it's based on true events, but the whole time, I'm like, just leave the Amish. This guy wants nothing to do with the Amish, but he keeps coming back.
well,
and
but then he
making
doesn't have
excuses.
any money. Like he
Yeah,
he
did,
gets he
but
gets
he's
a
down to
business.
his last dollar, and
He gets a house and a business, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see that fucking house? That's beautiful.
It was a beautiful house.
It's like
not an
$500,000
Amish
house.
Yeah.
It's not a $500,000 house because they don't pay.
How's
real
he going to
estate
pay
tax.
for
Oh,
all
that's
his
true. And it is
rides?
Ohio.
No, this movie was shot in Canada. Believe it or not.
Oh, I figured it was California. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the East
Canada
Coast.
definitely makes it financially beneficial to film there for sure.
But
Are there Amish in Canada?
Yes, there are.
So are
oh,
there?
boy.
Oh, quiz
Oh,
answer.
shit.
Write it down, guys.
I might
But
have
Write it
write that
down.
down.
Adding
I-
it to the list.
I did think they did a good job. I mean, it wasn't very hard, but in like villainizing this main guy, he did so
he's an
many
asshole.
terrible things, but he
Yeah.
did a lot of things that I've experienced in my life with people where they're manipulators and where they feign interest and everything in someone. Because I've dealt
Well,
with that.
that he
where
was
it's
so manipulative of
Yeah.
Yeah.
the taxi driver lady. Like she,
I think he was manipulative of every woman.
He took.
Oh yeah,
advantage
he
of
was.
everybody.
Oh,
It was
completely.
all about
well,
Eli.
he
Even
was
to the final
manipulative of his
sequence.
dad too. Like
True.
Yeah.
What
he
does
knew
say?
he
Yeah.
wasn't going to stop doing, but he wanted the house, he wanted the job, he wanted to be back in it. I mean, he had the cell phone on him as he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to do this anymore."
Dude, but being Amish must suck so bad. At one point in the movie, the kid's like, "Pa, tonight can we walk up the hill to watch the fireflies? And I'm like, oh my God, that's what you fucking do for fun?
Wouldn't it be nice to have that simple
is
pleasure?
fun. What?
Yeah.
That every night, Smith, that's fun.
Yeah.
Well, the fireflies are only around for like 3 weeks, man.
Oh my God.
After
And they
hay
can't-
cutting.
They can't plug a goddamn thing in. They have all these fake electric candles though that are like
Oh,
yellow,
boy.
and then real candles mixed
Yeah,
with
those
them.
are
Bad, yeah. Why did they use fake candles?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
And they don't even use candles. They use gas
probably a lot.
lanterns.
Yeah,
Easier to film
that's
with
true.
fake candles, though.
Where do they get gas?
They have like propane and stuff.
From your mom.
Yeah.
From my.
Yeah, I guess that'd be true. And like,
What the fuck, man?
I mean, there's gas refrigerators. Like
Yeah.
we had a cabin up in Clinton County, and it was like an hour off the main road. So we had no electricity, but we had like gas lamps that were on
Yeah.
the wall that you would light. But we had a gas refrigerator too, that when we would get up there, we'd light the refrigerator and it would cool everything down. And we bought it from the Amish.
Okay.
Sure. It's
also just like-
So it's real.
and we talk about like Amish families. Like, not every Amish family is super religious and to the point as Amish. Like, there's a guy that would come into the store that we had, and he was Amish, and he had a cell phone. He'd be on it all the time. Like, it just depends on the family to like how strict they are to those things. Like, there
Yeah.
are
It's
Amish
up
people
to the
that have
bishops,
electricity.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of
Depends.
loopholes. I remember
Yeah.
seeing the guys, they would get these, like, road cases, and they would put cordless phones in them, and then attach them to, not a femtocell, but basically like a cellular device, so they could use those as cell phones. So they just haul this big road case around batteries, and have cordless phones on the field, so they could call each other and stuff.
I remember
phones.
riding the train with the Amish people every day, and they smelled it up because they didn't bathe and use deodorant and stuff. And it would,
Yeah, they're working on the farm,
it
man.
would smell the whole train up like
Oh, yeah.
so bad.
They're
Try working with 6th graders after recess.
And then the worst thing about the Amish is whenever you drive towards Lancaster, Pennsylvania on a Sunday or a Saturday morning, their fucking buggies are everywhere, and then
Yeah.
the tourists
Dangerous.
don't go around them, so you're
terrorists?
stuck behind the tourists. Tourists?
It is a little
The Ford
dangerous.
Taurus?
I'm not a tourist.
All on their way to fucking Shady Maple, which, by the way, Shady Maple sucks. Has anyone been there recently?
I've never been there.
I went there.
I've never been there. in
I've
my
only
life.
been there once,
It's-
maybe
We went there
twice.
somewhat recently. It was, oh god, I'm not a buffet.
Is it? I've been to Miller's, and I was not
Smorgasbord?
Yeah.
bigger than-
It's
That's
bigger
not a
than
buffet,
Miller's.
Spiv. Spiv. That's a smorgasbord. Okay, that's not a buffet.
So
That
is Shady
pales
Maple.
in comparison to Shady
Okay.
Maple.
They have a lot of variety
Yeah.
of meats and potatoes.
Have you
Yeah,
guys
but-
been to any of the Amish tourist attractions?
No.
Like
Yeah.
the Amish farm and house, or the
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Abe's buggy rides?
I've done them all.
Have you?
Yeah, sure.
No, see, I've never done none of them.
I did the Amish farm and house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through that not too long ago, actually. Just
That's
for
the one
I
next to
don't know where I was
Target,
there.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, before Target was there.
Yeah, they had to build Target
Yeah.
around the Amish farm
Oh.
and house.
Yeah, you gotta
I
build
think
it
it's just a
into it,
house now, right?
pretty much.
Yeah, not
Amish-
much
the
farm
Amish-
left.
the Amish house and Target parking lot.
So the movie boils down to Eli Weaver, aka the Amish Stud, the titular character of the movie, getting upset because his Amish wife won't give him an Amish blowjob.
yeah,
And so then he
that's true.
he goes
the
on,
form.
he
True to
goes
form, I
out,
guess.
and he just starts getting it on with every
Yeah.
fucking person he can. But
Well,
that
he's
is
doing
I
that
think he was
before
doing that
that's
already,
even an
yeah.
issue. Like,
Yeah.
because that's after he comes back
Right.
from being with that
Yeah,
other
comes
woman, and
Yeah.
yeah.
because this is in the new house.
But this does come up several times where she won't go down on him, and so he's upset about it. And
Well,
that's-
it's
Yeah.
against the Ordnung.
Yeah. He wants everything his way.
I mean, dude, maybe you should wash your stuff a little bit. What do you expect?
He should have left the
beds.
faith. I mean, he just should have left the faith.
I
He'd
don't
be
even
happier.
know. I don't even understand how people. I don't even understand how you people fucking exist and live
You
your life
people.
without a bidet. Like, I can't do that anymore. And these Amish people, they don't even have running water, do they?
It's
They have
because,
water?
unlike you, Chris, we all learned how to wipe
They
our
have
own
running
asses at a
water.
young age.
We have control of our bowel movements.
Yeah.
I,
And fine motor skills to ensure there's not
What are you
shit
eating at
stains
night?
all over our underwear.
no, I have nothing like that. I am a very clean individual. This Amish lifestyle is
Courtesy
not
of
for
high
me.
pressure water.
Yeah, high pressure water shooting right up my butt, and it makes me clean. And these Amish people don't have any of that stuff. They probably got to pump water and stuff, don't they?
There's lots of pumping
they have
going
Well,
on.
plumbing.
some
They modern day
Amish
plumbing?
houses are really nice. I mean,
So-
you know,
Oh, no one's arguing. The
construction's
craftsmanship.
fantastic.
I've seen the gazebos,
Yeah.
AJ. I've seen the
I've seen the-
gazebos, my
I
friend.
have seen.
I was Amish country gazebos. Yeah, they make
Amish guys built our roof and our dining room table.
Yeah.
So
that's the way
these
to
are
do
all
it.
good examples, right? You guys keep bringing up, like, why didn't he just leave the Amish faith? Like, why didn't he leave the community? Because it's very lucrative.
oh, this
Yeah,
is the
and
movie.
you also like
Well,
you
and
grow
there's
up in it.
no-
It's your culture, you know.
Right.
Like you're just on your own. If
Exactly.
you leave, you're
gone.
there's no going back to see
No
any of
family,
your family.
friends.
There's no.
I
like,
mean,
you
it
are
didn't seem to be a
completely
problem
on your
for
own.
him when he was just like jumping from woman to woman. Like he kind of had that
Right,
figured
because
out.
they're taking care of him.
Yeah.
But then he burns that bridge too.
true.
So now he's got no other choice.
They,
True.
Did he go too far when he wanted to murder his own family,
No.
including his kids?
really, yeah.
Is that where he
Just
crossed
blow
line?
up the house.
Yeah, he did ask for that.
Yeah.
I don't care how you.
And in real life, he had 5 kids.
Yes.
Ugh, those poor kids.
Well, that's the ones that remained. Who knows how many others were murdered on the fields, like typical Amish people.
Is that really what happens? Amish people
What?
get murdered on the fields?
Kids get mutilated. And
Oh my
Oh, like-
god, Aaron.
By tractors
Farming
and
into
stuff.
like
That's pretty
tractors and
common.
stuff.
They don't
It's
use
pretty common.
tractors, guys.
No.
Well, one guy ran over by
They
a
use
lawnmower
horses
not
and
too long
shit.
ago. So just saying.
They'll use tractors if they have metal wheels.
Again, it depends on
That's
how
just
religious
insane.
the family.
I
really
guess
is.
that's my biggest frustration with them. It's so arbitrary.
Yeah.
We don't use modern conveniences unless
You can have a phone, but only if it's out in the barn.
right.
When you can have a cell phone, but it has to be for your business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a roofer guy I could call. And you could get phone calls on it, but you couldn't text.
And you
Texting
can own
was
trucks,
too
but you
much.
can't drive them.
Too much.
I'm really trying to find the Googling how to murder your wife scene.
Oh my
'Cause it
god.
was so fucking good.
Her typing.
Search.com.
How to murder your wife.
It was pretty great.
But a point was made pretty early in the movie where Eli's dad is the main deacon.
Is he the bishop
No.
or
Bishop?
No, they,
He's not
they,
the
had, they
bishop.
looked similar, but yeah, they were different people.
Oh, I thought when they were in the barn and she was
I
like
think
flirting
his-
with him, the sister said something. Or
Oh, when they were
I think
flirting
the
about
dad is
pie.
pretty high up, but he's
Okay.
not
Okay.
like the bishop.
Yeah.
But he seemed
'Cause
like
it-
he was like taking advantage of that aspect. Like he had affluenza, but of Amishness.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amishfluenza or something. Like where
Yeah,
he would.
he's definitely like
Is that like a music
the dad
festival?
has some status in the
Amish
community.
Palooza.
But he thought he could like get away with it, whatever he wanted because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time that we are introduced to Eli after the flashback or whatever, and they're courting in the barn, and they go on that little horse ride and stuff. He pulls out a camera and takes a picture of her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Already,
stealing her.
yeah, already
That was
like
great.
making a mockery of the Amish belief system.
Yeah, he was. He was pulling out all the stops. Well, he was the problem child, as he has said.
Yeah, she just needed to pull out more stops, and then there wouldn't have been an issue.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Biff. You really are Amish, aren't you?
Submit.
What was the one?
Submit.
What did he say to her when they were in the car at one point? He's like, "I need you to pull over. I have something to show you," or something. What did
Yeah,
that-
something I can't wait to give you.
something I can't wait to give you.
Something to give you, and I can't wait, or something like that.
There it is.
Dude, they were
boy.
fucking right in the front of the store during the middle of the day.
Well, they don't get a lot of customers,
Like
all right?
any customer could have walked in there.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
tripped and fell. Oops.
So if an Amish person like that has a store, do they have to pay sales tax?
Yeah.
That's a good question. They don't
We'll
pay
get to that.
right?
They pay taxes.
Do they pay property taxes?
Not on everything. I don't think they pay real estate taxes
They don't pay
or
income
county
taxes.
tax.
They
don't
shouldn't
pay
have to
county
They
pay
pay
tax.
income
income
taxes.
tax.
Yeah.
Do they really?
No, they're exempt from certain things. I know that because
Well,
I had a
we're
landlord
Is
that
this
was
in the quiz?
Amish. I had a landlord
no-
that was Amish.
no
and I was
comment.
paying him rent,
Okay.
and he
Oh, it
didn't
must be
have
in
to
the
do
quiz.
tax. Yeah.
So Eli conspires with, in a pretty good moment where they have kind of a montage where Eli is with many different women, and he all brings up about, what if we killed my wife? And they're all like,
He's shopping the idea around.
you're, like,
to
you're
others.
not
Yeah.
serious.
He's trying
are
it
you?"
on.
Who can he
Yeah.
get to bite on this?
Which was cool. And he ends up convincing the older neighbor woman who he
It's his
clearly
Mennonite driver.
Yeah, the
Mennonite,
driver.
who he clearly is not really into, but he can
No,
manipulate.
he's kind of
No,
into it right
he's-
there, Chris.
He's
Oh,
just
she's
using
into
her for because
Yeah.
it's like she's paying for his cell phone.
Yeah.
She's driving him, and he's not paying her for it. Like he even asks her to pay for his girlfriend's cell phone.
Yeah. She was completely
Do you think
manipulated. Yeah.
at one point he meets the emo woman and he like
Yeah.
tells her he loves her? Do you think he loved her?
No.
I
Of
think
course,
so.
she was emo.
He seemed happy enough.
Yeah, she was emo. I'm kind of with AJ. Her, yeah, she was
Yeah,
kind
the
of.
tattoo lady.
Yeah,
Yeah. She was a
She had,
knockout.
she had a kid and
That-
everything, yeah.
She's middle-aged emo. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Former emo?
that's what we are.
That's what we are.
Middle
That's our
emo.
generation.
I'm pretty sure that was vitamin C, but with the black hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm not knocking it. I was just curious what the what is that? What's the
Yeah.
next phase from emo as a 20-something to a 40-year-old mom?
That exactly
Yeah.
that.
Your Elmo.
That's what it is.
She
That's-
still looks
that's
kind of
exactly
young. She looks
Yeah.
good. I don't know.
She looks great.
Yeah.
She looks like someone we'd all want to date.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I think he did maybe have a little bit more stronger feelings for her, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He ends up convincing the neighbor to try and crush give him sleeping pills to give to his wife
Christ.
in a scene where she goes to take a sip of the water and then spits it out immediately, and he comes in and says, "Those are for me. I was going to kill myself."
I can't live without you going down on me.
I can't live without you.
I mean, he really puts in the time though, like with these women. Like he's putting in a lot of time to manipulate these women. Like this is like his full-time
He
job.
kind of gets off on the control part,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
He's a narcissist, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's all...
He's not going fishing, all right?
Oh, he's going fishing for something, not fish.
But they ultimately end up killing the wife. The neighbor sneaks in with the biggest gun I've ever seen in my life.
It's like an elephant gun.
Yeah, elephant gun, and then shoots her. And it's
I don't
pretty
remember what it
sad
was.
because like the kids come in and find her and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's accurate to the story. That was
Oh, no.
yeah.
And the whole time, the sister, one, doesn't approve of her sister dating Eli or
Yeah,
or
from
marrying
the
him.
start.
She kind of understood that he was a scumbag, and then kind of goes against the, I don't want to say the religion, but she goes against the elders and the community in accusing him, I guess,
Okay.
Well, even helping the police.
and helping the police because they didn't want to do any of that. That's
I don't
also
want
interesting.
police involved in there.
No.
That's
It's
crazy.
No, they just
It's a
want to
closed
forgive
community.
and move on. And
They bury their secrets.
yeah.
'Cause that stuff, I can only imagine
For the greater good,
abuses that
Chris.
occur in these Amish households.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the
Well,
whole
she
point.
tried to go for help to the
Abuse is the
bishop,
point.
and he
Yeah.
turned it around on her.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
mean, this
reason
is-
he's
yeah.
doing this is because you're not a good enough wife.
Yeah, all these religious systems are designed for men to have the upper hand. Like that's the whole reason they're in place. Oh man,
You gotta submit.
submit.
If the glove does not fit,
You gotta submit. What?
I don't know.
Look at the guy in the background in the back right. Oh my god,
Ooh.
that's horrifying.
Oh wow,
That's me,
these are
that's-
real
That's
locals.
AJ in 50 years.
That's me in 20 years, guys.
Is that
Is
me?
your
Oh,
hairline
God.
going?
What'd you guys think of the cops?
I think they were too bad. I would have taken a Bill Pullman over a budget Bill Pullman, but
Yeah.
Dude,
I
you know,
The
thought-
older one was better than the younger one.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
think,
sure.
I honestly
He
think
looked familiar,
everyone
too.
in this wasn't terrible at acting. I just think the directing was poor with the writing. Like I feel like
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of them were really good. They just were probably flying through these lines. You know,
Yeah.
These
Well,
are
and the
being
cops,
fast.
they're like local cops, but then they have to explain like what the Amish are doing, and
Well, that's
Well,
for
they're
the
doing it for
audience.
our benefit.
I know it's for the viewers, but it's like you could have
Dude.
written this a little better.
It's some pretty hacky writing. Very few drafts. Probably single takes on a lot of this shit. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Fine.
I thought the acting matched some of the corniness of the dialogue
Did.
and the lines. And so,
Yeah.
I don't know. It all kind of worked for me.
Kind of like Psycho Storm Chaser.
Yeah.
The corniness
Oh,
fit,
that was so
fit well
fun.
with the story and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't enough stud action for me. Like, there
that's
was a
fair.
few stud scenes
Yeah,
where he, like,
studying it up.
studded it up with that girl at the bar, and I liked all his lines there. He was smooth operator,
Yeah.
and then we didn't really see too much of him with the emo girl,
Studding it up.
but she kind of wasn't taking his advances. She was pushing back because she knew he was still married.
Yeah, but she was still interested.
Oh, she liked him, and she wanted him to leave his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fully aware that she was in well, she didn't want to be in a relationship with him at first, but that changes.
Oh, that
I just think
changed.
to the level of like someone from that far from a different culture coming
That's so
into your
funny.
life, and you're gonna, adhere to that. That's pretty extreme thing
Well,
to
she
be
was
doing,
she was Mennonite, so there's a lot of similarities
fair.
between the two.
That's
the
fair.
emo
Mennonites
girl
are
was
pretty
Mennonite.
pretty far removed in a lot of ways. They're a little more modern, but still, there's a lot of similarities there.
The emo girl wasn't Mennonite though.
No.
It might have been.
There's no way she.
His,
I like
his
the
friend
neighbor.
was.
Former, right?
The,
Former
the
Mennonite.
neighbor woman goes, "My husband is dumb, so I don't
Yeah.
tell him that."
Oh my god. Right? I mean, he walked away from her at the end though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who-
At least he
Yeah.
did
dumb
that.
now, yeah.
Yeah, he's done now, right?
And then at the very end of the movie, after it's all discovered and they both end up going to jail, we get the little stinger of Eli working it out with the hot prison lady.
Oh, that was such a good stinger. Though.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, "Give me the candy."
You got some
Touches her
Sour
hand.
Patch Kids.
She's like, "Oh yeah."
He's just got so much
Amish
charm.
boy. Yeah.
They did a good job with that though. Like, I thought that was a good stinger.
One thing I didn't quite understand is I was waiting for a reveal twist because when they're having the courtroom scene, they say Eli has reached a plea deal, and then he's brought onto the stage or whatever it's called when you're in court, the court stage, and
Stand.
Jesus Christ.
yeah, that's what it is. And then he is like smiling and happy the whole time.
He's telling it all, man. He's like, yeah.
Well, and it's also interesting that
lady.
her lawyer has no idea that he's reached
Yeah.
this plea deal.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
not something that would be surprised in the middle of
No.
the courtroom.
But I
I
was
did. Yeah.
I was expecting him to get away with more because of the way he seems so happy about it. But maybe he just liked the attention. I don't know.
You know what? You
Well,
know
and
the
part of
scene
it
would've
was
been?
she was being charged with murder. He was
Yeah.
just being charged with conspiracy to commit murder.
Right.
So she
Yeah.
was getting worse than he was.
Sure.
That's why
pretty messed
he's
up.
up for parole this year, and she's
Yeah.
still going to
Well,
be in
she
prison.
actually killed her.
Did
I
actually
mean, they
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
should be in
right.
jail for a
But
long time.
but in movie
But there was
world,
also a lot of puppet strings.
in movie world, the way you would write this is he says some quick line and winks at the prosecution lady and has her like in his spell, right? That's the way you write this.
Would you guys
See
have,
you after the trial, Eli.
He's
would you guys have fallen
unstoppable.
for the Amish stud?
No.
I mean, did you see the other options? Probably.
I didn't think he was very studly in this movie at all.
Really?
I mean, he's like a 10 in Amish world for sure.
Is he?
Oh my God! Did you see his real photo?
I'd say he's like a 4.
Wait, how many
Dude,
Amish people have
exactly,
you seen,
dog.
Spiv?
A 4
Dude.
is a 10 in Amish world. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
They have a very limited
They're all
gene
related. They're all
when he,
family.
was, when he
Absolutely.
was
That's
hitting on
true.
the woman at the bar, he had some moves.
He did.
He's like, hey,
He
bro.
was so smooth. Like, and that was the fun part of like the bad moviness of it. I would have loved to see a lot more of like the smoothness and him like doing this kinds of things.
That's what I'm saying. The studness needed to
Yeah.
come out more.
Yeah.
More studness.
But I wanted him to have a real Amish beard and still try to pull that smoothness off.
Yeah. You're telling me
Yeah.
this fucking guy went into the bar and did those moves to a young
After he
hot
robbed
woman
it.
at the pool table? I don't believe that shit at all.
Well, Chris, we're in Ohio somewhere, rural Ohio.
This guy looks like he fucking blew up like a government building with fertilizer or something.
Probably did.
It's fucking Timothy McVeigh or something. I don't
Dude,
fucking
it's
know.
Ohio.
Boy.
He's a 10 in Ohio.
Do you have the picture of the real Barb Raver?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
she is. Oof.
Barbara Reaver.
Raber,
She
R-A-B-E-R.
she was Amish too, right? And left the church.
Ooh.
I think I read that.
She might have been. I don't know. I thought she was Mennonite, but
Well, that's it's one step away.
let me just share this page. I'm not sure if this is her or not. You'll have to tell me, Rebecca. Is this her?
It's the one that's next to his.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
woman on the left.
So she's
there.
much older.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and she was much older, or represented as much older in the movie too.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 So
That's true. They did do that.
So she's an easy. I hate to say this, but probably an easier target because she's probably
Oh, yeah.
lonely and
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
well, I thought
And
her
her
husband
job
was,
is driving people around.
I thought her
right?
husband was better than he was. I was more attracted to her husband.
Oh, really?
If I'm speaking out. Yeah, he just like chilling, watching TV.
okay. What's her real husband look like?
I see myself in that.
Like I was like, I respect that, and that's what I want to do. But yeah. Like this Amish stud guy, he's like always fucking doing shit.
He's so
Energy
busy.
for all that, right?
Just so fucking tired.
He's so busy.
Anyways, anything else with the Amish stud?
Can we watch more of these movies?
This was
please?
so.
Yeah.
This was just.
We say
I
it's-
don't like. I watched this whole thing
Yeah.
and had fun, and
Yeah.
it was entertaining the whole time. And then it ended, and I was like, that was a good time.
Yeah.
It didn't end like, oh my fucking god, I cannot believe this. This feels like 4
Yeah.
hours. Yeah, it was really good. I was.
Yeah,
I was,
we said that last time we watched the
I
other
am
Lifetime movie.
proudly paying that $6 a month for my Lifetime subscription. I'll
That's
tell you
money
that right
well spent.
now. Money.
So we're going to
well
watch more is what you're
spent.
saying, right?
Probably not.
We're not going to wait 3 years to do this, right?
But we
why
should.
wouldn't we?
No, we probably are.
We probably.
We should.
Yeah, we probably.
All right. AJ, would you recommend the Eli Weaver?
Yeah, I mean, if you like Lifetime movies, which are kind of like a guilty pleasure for some, but it was fun. Like, again, as we said, I was never bored. I was really entertained, and the story moved and progressed in ways that kept you engaged. Like, that is the home run hit for me. I liked it. It was fun.
Era.
Yeah, I mean, especially being from an area that's full of Amish people, it's kind of something interesting for us, right? So I don't know if it applies to everyone else, but it's silly enough and it's a awful enough story to be kind of fun. So I would say check it out.
Rebecca.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like Hollywood's take on Amish country and like those little things that we've seen our whole lives to see on like in a movie is fun to see.
I wish it would have said it was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Do we know where it was this happened?
There was B-roll.
It was
felt
in
like
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
There was
Amish.
like
Can't trust them.
there was that stock footage of exteriors that looked like it was shot in Lancaster and was like
It
dated.
really did.
There was one sign that said Mount Joy.
So there you go.
Yeah.
There was
Mom
stock
worked at
in
Mount
it.
Joy.
There was stock.
She sold furniture there, Amish quality furniture too.
Amish quality,
Furniture
not
Warehouse.
actual
Not
Amish.
actual, there's an asterisk next to
Not
that.
real, but yeah.
We bought a table from your mom.
Don't you goddamn talk about my mom that way, Spivey.
We did. So yeah.
Spivey, you recommend?
Yes, Chris, I recommend this movie. It was fun. It was goofy, and it was Amish.
Yeah,
So
and those
you-
are like
it
the
was
three
you.
things that I look for in
It's
a
me.
movie, and this had them all.
There's
This
three
was a great
tiers.
time. This was a really good time. I highly recommend it. You know, I think for me, I never really watched any of these Lifetime movies, and I always thought people were stupid for liking them until now, and I'm like, these are just pulpy, fun things.
Yeah, they're great. I think you're confusing them with Hallmark or not Hallmark.
Maybe I am. Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Hallmark movies. Are
I think Lifetime are better than Lifetime have
Yeah.
a little bit more edge to them.
Yeah.
Where Hallmark are
Okay.
just like the romance
Christmas
Fluff.
Town.
Yeah, it doesn't have the danger.
Christmas and
Well,
Doesn't have the
Yeah.
danger element.
These feel
The
very
dangers you fall
self-aware, and they know that they're campy, but they're not intentionally bad though either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though at times you're like, all right, this is so stupid, but it's entertaining for sure. So yeah, I loved it. It was great. Best Amish story since Witness. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh man, there you
I've
go.
never seen Witness.
Actually, I've never seen it either.
You've never seen? I watched
There's a
Witness. It was the last
ton of
movie.
Lancaster County in there.
Yeah, it was
The
filmed.
last
in
movie they
Lancaster.
played at Columbia Drive-In was Witness, and I watched it. It was cool.
It was cool.
Harrison
before they
Ford
closed
makes
it down.
love in that barn. Oh my god.
It's a classic, man. They filmed those police sequences downtown. And
That makes
what's
sense.
it called? The building at the square. That's where they filmed.
The Fulton building.
Marriott, the Fulton.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds great. Let's move on and play a game. Here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of pop. Right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. Shall we play?
All right, so some of this we've kind of covered a little bit in our discussions, but there's some new stuff on here as well. So, what do you think the Amish population is in the United States?
In the United States.
How many
That's
Amish
a good
are
question.
100,000.
2 million.
40,000.
300.
there? 300.
300.
30,000.
There are 367,295 Amish.
Smaller than I thought.
And it is the fastest growing population in the United States.
Of course.
Well, yeah, because they're
Wow.
all
They got a lot of kids.
Yeah,
Growth.
look how many children are in that picture.
They're
Wow.
all children
They're
except
all
for
submitting.
Microplastics aren't keeping back.
How many states have Amish populations?
AJ.
one. Let's see.
7.
Definitely 3. Right? PA, Ohio.
All of them. Like 30
like
states,
seven.
right?
Bunch,
7
so,
states.
Yeah, I'm going to say
There's pockets, but
6.
I want to say it's 21.
if it's that fast and growing, 30 states.
They are in 28 states.
Wow.
So close.
There we are.
Montana.
Look at that.
They're growing?
They're
Are they
spreading
voting?
like a
Oh
disease.
my
Yeah.
god. So
Are they
stupid.
voting?
Florida.
They can't vote, Chris.
Florida's not going to put up with them.
Apparently, there's a place in Florida that's known as the Amish Las Vegas.
Oh, my God.
That's
Really?
like where they like to vacation.
Oh, boy.
I
That's
want to go
interesting.
there and see what the hell that's like.
Oh gosh.
like
there's your next
pine-
documentary.
The Amish Las Vegas.
That's Chris. You got to make that.
I don't want to make that.
That's amazing.
I don't want to. One, I don't want to go to Florida. Two, I don't want to film the Amish.
Viva
gotta hate
Las
all of it.
Vegas.
If you hate
Hot
all of it,
and
it means-
sweaty
Yeah.
Amish in the humid
That means
Florida.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah, and I'd be stealing all their souls. They won't let you film them.
All right, true or false? Amish pay taxes.
Some
True.
taxes.
Yes, true. They just don't pay all the taxes.
No, false.
They pay all but Social Security.
Really?
School taxes
Yeah.
and property taxes.
Sure.
Yeah.
They must
Yeah.
get tax breaks then.
I don't know. The Social Security is the only one that
Social
they
Security
do
is
not.
They
14%.
make a lot of money, guys.
Social Security is 14% of your taxes.
Yeah, that's a big.
But they also don't benefit from it.
Neither do I.
Yeah,
Might
by the
someday.
time we get to that
There
point,
won't
there's
be
not
any
going to be
money
any
left
Social
in
Security left.
I'm
So,
not planning on it being around. No.
true or false? Rumspringa is mandatory.
False.
Definitely false.
It is true.
It's mandatory.
Yep, they have to
That's
at
actually a good
least
thing.
That is a good.
try it a little bit. They don't have like it could be anywhere from 14 to 18. Some
See the evil of the English ways.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. It's meant to
Yeah.
scare them. But some of them are like, "Fuck yeah, cocaine." And they never come back.
my dad grew up in New Holland, and he said the Amish parties were beyond any of the English
bet,
parties.
yeah.
Like the drugs, the alcohol that they had were next
how,
level.
How do they go from that back to being like plain people?
Because they're not actually plain people. Behind the scenes, they're fucking.
It's like their college experience. They go
Yeah,
away and they come
yeah.
back.
We
as
need to
grown
find
adults.
crazy and then-
We need to
It's
find
the
an
Amish
metal
gap
band.
year.
Yeah, you go and see why the world is evil, and then you come back. That's
I thought you said it was
Yeah.
New Holland, not Gap. What?
All right,
No one
Amish
gets
children
any of this.
attend school through what grade?
8th?
9th grade?
yeah, 9th.
You got to go through 16, right? So what is that? 9th grade. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it is 8th grade. They go until they're 14.
Oh,
14.
special
Yeah.
exemption.
Yeah, and then that's when Rumspringa begins. So,
Springer.
yeah.
You can spring all
So
your
weird.
rum.
What is the average speed of a buggy?
Too fucking slow.
6 miles an hour.
I would pass them on my bicycle when I was
7
commuting.
miles.
So
7 miles an hour. I don't know.
6.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6. And it's sometimes negative, like when they back up into me, assholes, at a stop sign.
One of
the
my
horse.
my aunt's neighbor was. They were in a car that like a horse freaked out in a buggy and like broke free and
Jesus.
trampled their car,
boy.
and they both had like serious injuries from
Jeez.
this
I bet,
horse freaking out.
Oh,
Those
that's
are big animals.
Yeah, 6 miles an hour, and there's a
There's like an
stretch
Irish
buggy.
limo.
that's ridiculous. That poor horse.
Yeah. How many dresses does an Amish woman own?
Trick question. They don't
3.
own anything because they're women.
4.
Oh, there you go.
You got your Sunday dress and your week
Well,
dress.
you have like
You're working
your
back
cartoon
fields.
character, right? You have the same dress but multiple versions of it.
I'm gonna say 5.
They have 4. 1 for wash, 1 for wear, 1 for dress, and 1 for spare.
Oh,
Hey, it's all
They
you need.
got rhymey songs.
I mean, they're
Fuck-
probably
fuck that. I'm
nicer
not joining.
fabrics than anything we have, so they last forever. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Well,
like
they're
burlap.
like
Clothes are made so terribly now.
super constructed,
Yeah.
not just like mass produced
Yeah.
that they're gonna fall apart.
Do they have double and triple X? Amish clothes? I'm gonna buy
You
some.
won't need that after working
I
the
know,
farm.
right? Gone. Just melt off.
All right, there you go.
That was great.
Some Amish
That was
facts.
cool.
Right.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Nice game.
Yep.
All right, time to move on. Do some listener feedback. Here we go.
Recent listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Death from Above, which had no Death from Above in it, if I remember. Jesse Magers enjoyed the Monster Truck game. Good job, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And then I posted about the Monster Truck show in Reading last weekend, and no one wanted to go.
I want to go.
Thanks.
It was a
guys.
lot. It was like it was
Thanks,
too
guys.
short a notice.
Yeah,
I,
there was-
I
there
would have
was-
time to
The
answer my whole
same,
anxiety.
the same
of-
weekend, there was a Monster Truck show at the Buck.
I know,
Oh,
but I gotta.
I did see a bunch of people post about that.
Those monster trucks,
Like,
man.
I need to like if it's 6 months from now, I'll say I want to
You
go.
need 6 months? Okay.
And then I do until a week before where I have killer anxiety and I don't want to go at all.
So brutal.
And then I really don't want to go.
Anxiety is
Okay,
such a
then.
bitch.
And then you don't go, and then you have
And then you regret it.
severe depression from missing out on it.
Which is why I forced myself to go to a concert with Spiff, and I had a great time.
There you go.
And
There
thank
you
you
go.
for coming with me.
Spiv, do you not feel like that? Like, does that not happen?
No, I
Yes,
I
no.
do not have that kind of anxiety.
It's brutal, man. It's the point where like my wife won't tell me stuff because she knows I'm gonna freak out 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
I'm on the other end of that one. Yeah.
Man, that must be nice to not feel that.
It is, but it isn't. Like yeah. Anyways,
What do you mean it isn't? How is
I
it
used to have anxiety like that. I don't anymore.
Like, I can't.
you just have to not care anymore. That's
Well, you also have to get to the
have
root
so much-
cause of what is causing your anxiety and then change your situation.
microplastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even
My balls
drive.
are just full
I
of
can't
them.
even drive on
Ear
the highway.
pressure.
I can't drive on the highway anymore. I have anxiety.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not good, bud.
And now I have to go certain ways because I can't see an elevation anymore when I'm driving.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you got to figure out what's
Yeah.
causing that.
It's probably because you're high as fuck while driving.
I'm not high at all when I drive. That's
I'm
crazy.
joking. You're like, I don't know why everything's so fucking weird, but I drive.
Those lizard people keep coming out of the
Yeah.
ground.
Every time I make a left-hand turn, this goddamn lizard guy. there.
That would be cool.
That's the movie to make.
David Black needed a monster truck battle royale.
I know.
That would have been awesome. They didn't have the budget to smash the monster.
No, they
trucks.
didn't want to break any
Yeah,
of
that was the
those
biggest
trucks.
thing missing. Was the truck action.
Truck action, man. Alternate title: Rednecks, Truck Nuts, and Druid Fluid.
What?
What is druid fluid?
Druid fluid.
If you have to ask,
Yeah.
Submit. That does it for our listener feedback. That's from above. Just two people here, guys. This is what happens with the Patreon picks. No one's ever heard of the movies, so we don't get any comments. But we do appreciate.
We're not going to blame
Patreons.
that on the patrons.
Yeah, it's probably us.
We'll blame other things on the patrons, but not that.
Yeah, that's on us.
I expect a lot of comments this week on Eli Weaver, the Amish Stud.
There better be. Or else
You need to,
Duke Nukem's coming for you.
Are we
Leave a
doing
comment.
the wheel?
Leave a
I
comment.
feel like we're going to
on
get
what
new
your
audience.
dating profile would say.
I kicked down one door this week. Doesn't mean I won't stop and kick down your door too.
Are we doing the wheel? Or are we doing?
No, Chris, you know what we're doing.
Are we doing virtuosity?
Virtuosity.
Oh, we already picked.
I was born in VR.
I mean, that sounds.
Can
great
we
to
pull
me.
it out of a hat just for fun?
No.
Yeah,
You
can we
fuck
get the
you
magical
guys.
hat? With
Fuck you guys. You don't get the hat.
Dude,
What
that
the
had
heck?
so much ad, like,
It was ridiculous. It was
Yeah.
like just infested with.
I don't know how you found that website. If I wouldn't go
disease.
back to it.
Whoa.
You
gonna
probably have
lose
a
your-
virus.
We
Credit
got
score.
spyware just looking
Yeah.
at it
Yeah,
on the
right.
screen.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I feel like the
insane.
hat added a lot to the show, but whatever.
I like the hat.
No, I thought that
Again,
was cool.
No, we're not doing.
doing.
Fuck you guys. We're not doing the hat anymore.
mechanism
Oh,
is
he's
not an
hurt.
issue.
He's
Gaslighting.
hurt. You guys heard him.
I'm not. No, you and your attitude against the hat.
Okay,
Is what,
Sean did update the wheel, so we could do the wheel, but we did discuss watching Virtuosity
Yeah.
because we need another good. We got to
I'd
keep
be
this momentum
down
going.
for either way, honestly.
doing
We got a
mainstream,
treat this
guys.
week with that movie.
Bad
this is a
mainstream.
This is a
movie.
pretty good.
Let's
this is pretty
keep the
good.
good,
All
the
right, let's
nice
do virtuosity
ones
this
going.
week.
Let the good times
We
roll.
can't go back. It's not going back.
We can talk about what's his face's
His
Russell
name
Crowe's
is
rap
Sid.
albums.
Sid
Non-fat
6.7. Sadistic.
Ooh, what's he in?
It's Russell Crowe, man.
It's
Bloody
Russell
hell.
Crowe. There you go.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
Oh, Spiff, you've never seen this?
I've never seen this.
Invites
Oh,
you
you're
to
gonna
meet
love
the
it.
future's
Terrible.
most dangerous
I've never seen it.
killers.
It's got Denzel Washington in it.
Boy, it's like a real movie.
for you. On your knees.
Yeah, but it's really dumb. It's gonna be great.
Here we go.
Sid's a copycat.
Oh, this movie's awesome.
It's so cool. All right, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. That's enough.
It's too awesome.
That's
right.
This is like
Denzel's
Pro
young too.
before he was famous.
Yeah, 95. Oof.
That's what we're watching next week.
Yes.
Virtuosity. It is available on Amazon. How do I know that, you may ask? Because I already started watching this bad boy the other day.
There you go.
I watched Screamers, though, as well. And that
Oh,
was
Screamers is
Can I
so
come with you?
good. Can we watch Screamers 2 on here?
Yeah,
We
we did like the third one or whatever.
There's only two, guys, and we watched it.
We did the
That's
second
fair.
one. It was pretty bad.
The first one was amazing.
First one's so good.
It feels like 10 years ago. When did we watch that?
Peter Weller.
I don't remember. Yeah.
We're almost at 10 years.
Oh my God. 10
All right, we're
years?
watching Screamers next week.
No, we're watching Virtuosity next week.
Oh shit, the week after.
I did pose another movie in there, that Final Fantasy movie, because I just
Let's watch
remember that
that, too.
movie.
No,
like,
that's too
being-
good.
It's terrible. People,
gonna be
No, it's
flopped
great.
so
Final
bad.
Fantasy movie, yeah.
That was good.
That
It was
scares with that movie.
technologically groundbreaking.
But it was a terrible movie, if I recall.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being bad.
I don't remember
just-
it being bad. It was
I just
just.
haven't seen it in so
Yeah.
long, and I know it was like a huge flop. So I was
All right.
curious. Whatever.
All right.
Oh, then we should watch it then. Spirits Within, right?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do Virtuosity next week.
Fuck yes.
Cool.
Okay, it's cool.
Sean's
great.
never seen it.
Sean's never seen it.
Oh my
I've
God.
never
This is
seen
good.
it.
It's a good
Rebecca's
pick.
never seen
Okay.
it.
How
Hell
you
yeah.
Crazy.
Hell
Well, be good.
yeah, this is gonna
This
be
is why
great.
we don't have anxiety.
If you
I
guys know
have
how to-
extreme anxiety.
If you guys know how to cure my terrible anxiety, I'd love to know. But until then, we'll just go on living, I guess, and watch Virtual. I don't know. I was trying to
Watch
be.
out for the lizard people.
I was trying to be
Yeah, but just
motivated.
avoid
motivational.
elevations on highways.
Dude, that's what I
If
do.
an Amish guy says
so
submit,
bad.
run the fuck away.
I try to do exposure therapy where I'm like, I'm gonna get on the highway for a little while,
You can't do it by yourself though.
and it's just like
You
it
need a
starts to get
support
to me, and
system.
it's
No,
like,
you gotta figure out what the root cause is first.
Dude, how did you survive at your premiere? Because that was completely overwhelming for me. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
I don't know
oh,
how
all
you
the
did
people.
There were
Yeah.
a lot of people, yeah, including
There were a lot of
Jimmy
people there.
Fallon.
it. Jimmy Fallon was fucking there. Yeah.
Oh well, I left right as you guys left.
I stood up at the front.
He did.
I
Oh, where are
he
you
had
at
his
for that? I
award and
forgot.
everything.
I didn't when
Yeah.
there, I don't know that all the people didn't bother me. That was fine. I was fine with all that.
So how do you know blonde Jimmy Fallon?
I know Danielle, and that's her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
And
Is he
he's-
related
he's
to
a
Jimmy
guitarist.
Fallon?
He's in a lot of bands.
Danielle's ex-husband worked with Todd, or still works with Todd,
Interesting.
because I couldn't figure out where I knew her from.
We should probably end this before we talk about too many personal details.
That's gonna do it. Amish Studs. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you didn't, that's okay. We'll be back next week, anyways. We keep doing this, and we're gonna watch Virtuosity from 1995.
Yes.
That movie's available on the Amazon Prime, so check it out. And then come join us here next week, guys, and bring your own virtual acity to the show.
Bring your acity.
That's
Your
good.
virtual acity
That
to
was
the
good.
show. And we will catch you here next time, guys. Good.
All right.
Bye.
Boom.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast.